to LA, and look who we have here. Mr. Kilker, back on the vlog. Would have made a brief cameo potentially in some of the early vlogs last year in LA when I was here. He was gracious enough to let me stay when I was having Arlen more on the podcast out here. But this year, we're here to compete. We're here to compete in the sun, in the sand, for the Holistic Olympics. And yes. Jonas, I rudely interrupted him because he was laying out what the events are, because I just signed up knowing that my body will follow me where I take it. And so Jonas, what are we getting into this time?
So this is not set in stone information. This is just word of mouth from potentially another competitor. Last year I competed, and the way that the events were structured was just one event at a time. 2 people would go against each other, times would be taken, and then everything would be compared at the end.
Oh, damn.
So it took a little bit longer. I think what they wanted to do this time to make things a little bit shorter and sweeter, a little bit more action-packed, is they are combining specific events into a sort of, not like relay race necessarily, but a little bit more of like a course. So it's like a circuit.
Oh,
so,
God.
Yeah.
Like a high rocks, but like different movements.
Yes, but yeah, exactly. But on the beach too, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But what I heard the first event is going to be, could be wrong, is a 100-meter sprint in the sand to the 30-foot rope climb. Climb to the top of the rope.
Is it legless?
Climb back down. No, you could climb however you want. Just make sure it's all, well, so here's, I'll get into that in a second. Then after the rope climb, we're going to do a medicine ball through. Yep. Get the ball as far as you can. I didn't want to like ask too many questions because I think he kind of felt like he was not supposed to be telling me what the events are. But you saw
Cody.
Yeah, you saw Cody and I think it was Brandon practicing the first event on the little reel
Instagram,
that they posted. Yeah. So I think that's what it's going to look like. We slathered each other in coconut oil and wrestled. Yeah, it was pretty great. It was awesome.
No diddy.
No diddy.
It'll be fun regardless. We'll be getting lots of UVs. You'll get to see Case Bradford, who we had on the podcast last time I was in LA as well. So he'll be mogging all of us in all of his glory. Yep. Get to meet Cody. I haven't met Cody other than through the DMs on Instagram. Bam Lionheart, mayhaps?
Bam will be there, I believe. Last year he was obviously crushing everybody, and
he's a freak.
He mogged in the handstand competition, as well as the raw milk chug. He did absolutely incredible.
See, the thing is, I could bring out the former frat lord in me and probably win that, but then I lose the day. If you win the chug, you lose the day.
That's sort of how it seems to go, right? Yeah.
All right. Well, we're inbound to the land of Redondo, through the beautiful smog-ridden city of LA.
It'll get gorgeous in about 5 minutes. Just let us get
we just need to get to the beach, away from EMF and concrete land.
Right.
And we'll be soon in paradise. Unlike Texas, it is not hot as balls. It's beautiful, sunny, 75, cool. You can smell the ocean in the air. It's good to be back, but we'll tap back in a little bit. It's the next day. I am wearing the same shirt. Don't worry about that. I was just doing some calls, but we got the boy Jonas caught in the act. The infamous. Wait, you know this background?
Yeah.
Let's get the angle. Got the old ring light.
Does this look familiar?
Does that look familiar? You guys seen this on Instagram and TikTok? The boy's about to film. Yeah. I was out here taking calls. Shout out Alfie Days. If you know, you know. The standing desk chair thing. Luckily, we have a little platform here for some work, but I'm wrapping up the business. Jonas is gonna bang out a video here, and then we'll be off for some fun in the sun, a little hike action, and we'll see what else, but I'll tap back in a little bit. We're gonna wrap up some work and see you then. We're getting XP. Go
across that log there.
A hop, skip, and a jump. Let's see if we can, while filming.
Nice.
Oh. Nice. This is what other entrepreneurs vlogs don't show you. Just crawling around the woods barefoot with your fellas. We're out here on our way to the HO. Jonas over here in tow, leaving the Cribbo. How's the body feeling in preparation?
Very good. We haven't really done much the last couple of days except swim in the ocean. So I'm feeling very refreshed and ready to go to war.
Feeling pretty good myself. Obviously we have a gorgeous day here in California, not a day without perfect weather pretty much. So onward to Santa Monica from the old Torrance / Redondo compound here. And on our way we'll get some OJ as fuel and see what we're getting up for. Excited to see how the competitions go, have some fun in the sun, and overall just have a good day outside. So catch you guys on the flippity. We are inbound to Santa Monica for the Holistic Olympics. Had a great little unwind last night at the recovery place. Shout out Chloe for getting us in there. And yeah, good little sauna sesh. Did my first cryotherapy. Not that that's gonna change the physical trajectory of my body, but it was cool to do a little contrast. I definitely don't handle the cold well, but Jonas, are you proud of me for doing the cryo?
I am proud of you. You did a good job. You didn't get in the cold plunge with me, but that's okay. I wasn't planning on doing it myself either. But actually, Zach was kicking my ass in the sauna, so, you know, it goes both ways.
It does go both ways. Pretty heat adapted after living in God's sauna in Texas. So, pretty religious sauna user myself, so good to get the sweat in. It's always great after like a flight just to like get your skin clear and like sweat everything out. It was a cool way to wind down the day. And now we're inbound to Santa Monica for a little fun in the sun. We should be rolling up. Not quite as when it's slated to start. Sorry, Cody.
I have a feeling it'll start right when we get there at 10.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be, drop your bags and go kind of situation. It's funny, it's been a while, obviously, since I graduated, but it feels a little bit like driving in for like a lacrosse game in the morning.
Dude, I was just going to say the same shit. It's exactly
like
what it feels like, yeah. It's the same kind of jitters where you're just like, it's like, well, I don't know about you, but like, I only played high school sports. So for me, it was like, it's just a high school game, who cares? Yeah. But also, like, I fucking care. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's real, like that, the jitters of like, and there's something interesting about the team sports where like you're solely responsible for your performance, It's like you're in your head, you're thinking like, how's my body feeling? My legs tight.
You're not thinking at all about like, how are my guys doing?
Yeah, not necessarily. And obviously, I mean, this is a very individual competition, but I'm sure everybody's in their head a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's funny, it's like there's like literally no consequence, there's no money on the table, it's just like fun games, but
the money is already
the competitor
on the table.
in me is like the competitor in me is like I gotta I hope I can podium. That would be sick.
That would be pretty would be pretty sick for you to come in out of nowhere.
Just like cold podium. We'll see. There's a lot of freaks, like I mean obviously Case, super fit guy, any of the gymnastic stuffs he's gonna crush. Bam, obviously it's kind of like borderline a pro athlete because he's a coach.
Yeah.
And then probably some other faces we won't know. Cody, obviously, the Watkins Bros seem pretty fit. Haven't met them yet, but
they'll do backflips.
Yeah.
They'll do backflips on flats. Pretty impressive.
But anyway, yeah, gonna boost on our way up to Santa Monica, and I'll see you guys in the sand. The infamous Santa Monica Pier. We made it. It's time to compete. We're only a slick 1 hour late, so hopefully a few of the heats are still underway. We paid a fat entrance fee, so I plan to participate regardless.
The entrance fee's for the swag. How much was the entrance fee again?
It's $50, I think.
We'll definitely get more than $50.
Yeah, I mean the raw milk, if they give us like a half gallon or a pint,
that's it was a quart last time.
That was Ross McKay back there. That's crazy. He's the founder. He's like started a bunch of health brands. It's like a multi-millionaire.
How funny.
Yeah, just LA things.
Just an LA movie.
Turns out we're a little bit late, so the fellas are already a little bit into the competition here, but me and Jonas are going to backfill the competition. They've done rope climb and sandbag carry. So we're gonna do triple broad jump here, and then we'll backfill our score. Apparently only one of us can move forward, so Might have to eliminate the boy Jonas if I'm going to podium, but we'll see how it all shakes out. We got Case on the triple broads right here.
There you go. Okay. Okay. Woo!
All right, we just did the triple jump, and I guess we're gonna do, I guess it's just 1v1 and then like a pyramidal tournament to acquire points. So had to eliminate the boy Jonas here.
Crazy work in the first round.
We were close though. Beast.
All right, you wanna go try it?
Let's do it.
All right, I got you.
Cool. Fortunately took the L in the sprint / bear crawl return. I went up against an absolute savage, so I'll chalk it up, and also Jonas fell to his competitor as
I'm
well.
gonna say I went up against an absolute savage too.
Yeah, he actually was a beast. Now we got
Adult.
Oh! Let's go!
Damn, this is the rounds go long. I figured it'd be like an instant fall, you know? All wrapped up here, the old Holistic Olympics. We did not podium. A lot of fit boys out here, but good fun, especially considering we got here late. And now we're gonna go get some food with the fellas, and yeah, continue to enjoy the California, yay. Good to be back in Santa Monica. Good to be out having fun in the sun, and super grateful. A lot of cool connections. Good to see Case again. Good to meet Bam Lionheart, and yeah, just super cool. Blessed to be in this small little internet world and connect with people. Grand Rising. You'll notice the setting change here in the old Airbnb. Got a decent view, although it's a little June gloomy here in Los Angeles. Jonas was kind enough to give me a few days at the crib, but obviously he stays with Chloe, so wanted to give them their personal space, and obviously still hang out with him while we're here. Up to some morning work on the standing desk, as you guys know, coffee, things, etc. But on the docket, just wanted to film this clip for updates on what's going on. Obviously met Bam at the Holistic Olympics, and he was down for a podcast. We're gonna try to lock that in later this week, and then also gonna link back up with Case, maybe do some fun movement and adventure stuff. Decided to stay in LA through next week, and then I'll be heading to Montana to say Kieran. But speaking of Montana, there is a chance that I'll be able to have some legends on the podcast. As I mentioned in the last vlog, I've been reading, I'm on the book 4 of 4 in the Inheritance series here. This is the Aragon books. We're over 2,000 pages in. Anyway, Paulini, the author, he lives in Montana. Synchronicity, also the author of Hyperion, Dan Simmons, lives in Montana as well. So I'm gonna cold email, I haven't even looked at this yet, but I'm gonna see if I can find their like author emails online and reach out, because both of them obviously created crazy fantastical worlds. Simmons is, like, in my opinion, a modern day prophet, and it's crazy that they're both there, and I imagine there might be other authors of the same ilk in Montana. So clearly just magical lands, magical people. I find that there's no coincidence where people of a certain complexity of mind find themselves. So I'm gonna reach out and see if we can get them on the pod, but got some more work, got a couple more calls this morning, going back and forth on some crazy travel plans, but being in LA, catching some awesome momentum, finally getting some swag and some motion on short form on Instagram and stuff, and just really leaning into all this. So hoping to just be firing on all cylinders and continue to fire on all cylinders, because the momentum and energy out here is crazy, and I just want to keep firing, because as doors are closing on some of the stuff that I'm working on, it's pushing me towards greatness moving forward. So just grateful for it all, feeling so blessed and abundant. That's why I kind of wanted to film this clip. But yeah, I got a call in about 30, so I'm gonna have to lock in here, and then I'll touch base in a bit.
Start from scratch, zero monetization, zero this, and your actual influence there.
Pretty good. How you feel?
Great. Right. Another day. Another dollar. Jonas is here to pick us up. Headed to podcast with Bam. I still have to write an intro, figure out what we're gonna talk about, but gotta head out here. We're going over to Case Bradford's place because he's also podcasting with Bam. Yeah. And we'll be inbound, like I said, to podcast and then see what we can get up to afterwards. But it should be a good jam session. And then, yeah, I'll catch you guys when we're there. We've got a little bit of a road trip. See you in a bit. We have arrived at the crib and look who's here. Mr. Bradford. You'll remember this handsome guy from our previous podcast. What do you gotta say, Case? You smiley boy. What are you eating?
Some bison and some beef.
There we go. A mix of the quadrupeds. The gate is well guarded.
Get off my porch.
Right, so we've been invited into Mr. Bradford's home. Let me show you around the podcasting setup. We got Jonas out here stretching the body. Got a beautiful little Los Angeles backyard situation. Finished the tour here. We have a wood fire sauna. We were actually in this the other evening, and me and Bam will probably be set up somewhere over here. Maybe like chilling in the chairs. I don't know how Bam feels about traditional seating, if he uses his butt ever, but he's probably not going to want to be stagnant for an hour. Yeah, I know he sits on the ground, but we need to podcast. And
He sits on the ground for 2 hours.
we're civilized adults, so maybe we move the table. I don't know. We'll see what the setup ends up being. I'll show you guys a little backyard tour. It's a pretty little spot back here. Got a pretty tree. Somewhere there's chickens. There's multiple chickens that mill around here. But check in a bit. Look what we have here. Wow, this has some pretty good zoom. A young Bamrin detected in the wild. Meanwhile, we have Mace and Trident. That actually looks pretty good there.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Ready to pod?
We're going to be podcasting. We're going to be dropping all the knowledge, all the wisdom.
And we'll cut that clip now. We will be cutting the boy off before he says something obnoxious. But he's going to have to double pod after driving all day. Luckily, I get him first in queue before Case. And we're going to go set up here in the backyard. See you guys in a second.
It's okay to bark and it's okay to bite. Especially as men, it's okay to be a dog. I was at a party. Somebody came up behind me, a training partner, and decided it would be funny to choke me out unconscious. I'm having a conversation with somebody, they come up behind me, throw a rear naked choke on, and I'm like struggling, kind of like freaking out a little bit within, a few seconds. Like I'm like falling to the floor, and like, do not disrespect me. If you can approach your physical practices, your hobbies, even weight training, with this, like, I need to listen to my body. The amount of connection and strength that you will get is like unfathomable. The most surprising aspect, and that I'm continuously being re-surprised about, is
the credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood.
All wrapped up with the podcast. Great session with the boy Bam. Now Bam is queuing up over there for his session with Case. They're going to head to the park. But I'm going to wrap this here because we got some editing to do. Driving with Jonas. Tap back in a little bit. But really great conversation. Check the podcast out now. It'll be live by the time I send this podcast or send this vlog. And yeah, we'll touch in a little bit. We are now inbound to LAX. The weekend wrapped up well. Got to hang out with Case a little bit more. Last night went with Jonas and Chloe to get some oysties. It was a delicious little bounty of the sea, but it is now the morning time and I'm inbound for Montana. So we fly to Seattle, layover, then to Montana to see Kieran, but I wanted to wrap the vlog here. Lots in the pipeline, which I need to update you guys about. This was more of like a hodgepodge vlog. I don't know what it'll all shake out to in the edit, but need to edit the podcast with Bam. Need to edit this vlog. We'll be hopping on a call during the layover with Michael about Virtus Athletica early days there, but we're going to be investing into some courses, which obviously I'll take you guys not through the content because that's illegal, but through how we're educating ourselves on like how to build an e-commerce brand, and yeah, just like the early stages of all that. Super excited to get to Montana, and appreciate you guys riding along. We'll continue to improve these videos, looking to get an editor mayhaps with Jonas and Michael as well. So been interviewing some editors and stuff to potentially just go super crazy hard on content and start pumping. So exciting things, grateful for everybody. Appreciate you guys a lot. Remember to be the Renaissance, and I'll see you in the next one.